And I must tell you that last night I was with a professor and his partner. He's an Indian whose parents emigrated to the US and he's lived there. He's pretty much American. He teaches economics at the University of Chicago, Dr. Anurag and his partner. Um, and I was talking to them and they were talking to me about seafood. I'm telling you this to set a context. And I worked in real estate for a couple of years. And I made very high profile friends because in India, real estate is owned by very high net worth individuals, rich people. And I made very, very close friends with lots of people because I was very ethical and honest. I wouldn't take the kickback. So a friend of mine, I did a deal for him. And he came to my home and he brought lots of cash. It was 4.5 lakh rupees of cash. In 96, it wasn't that less. And, I was on a 50,000 rupee job, so it was almost 8 months of salary. And I said to him, no, I got my commissions from the company. So you buy me a good meal and give me a book. So he took me to TK's. I'd never been to TK's. The Hyatt TK's had just opened and it was the best seafood restaurant. So I'm telling you this journey, and since then, when I wanted to start Exchange for Media, a friend of mine who'd become a very close friend of mine, very well-to-do lawyer, when I went to him for advice and somebody was angel investing in my company in 1990, in almost 2000, he said to me, why do you need money from an outsider? Why don't you take money from me? And I said, okay, are you serious? He said, yeah, come home in the evening, we'll chat, I'll meet your two partners also, and then we'll see. So I went to him in the evening. He asked me really 3 questions, very simple. How much money? How much equity will you give me? And when do you think I'll get it back? Just these 3 questions. And I answered them. Between Amit, me and Nawal, I was the oldest and really the driver of the business. And so I answered the question. He shook hands and on Monday morning, he gave me 63 lakh rupee check in 2000, in end of June, right? I'm telling you this story because, mindful has connection to spirituality. And, it has connection to your destiny. Again, I used to think all these self-help books, because I believe mindfulness has existed in a way in India. Yoga is mindfulness because it's about focusing your attention on breath. It is about focusing your attention on now. It is being in the present. I think Americans repackage everything and then we buy it. I mean, whether it's a yoga, and it's not a bad thing, at least there are folks. So I always look down on self-help books that America had. Till 5 years back, I had a little problem in my life. And, I got sucked into all this. And I realized that, this is something that actually makes a difference. And I bought Business World. When I bought Business World, so I started Exchange for Media and we never looked back. And we had growing pangs, the normal stuff that happens in startups. And that's an established company. I don't run it. And then I acquired Business World. And again, I acquired Business World. I signed the MOU on 10th September 2013. I acquired it in end of October. And from 1st Jan 2014, started running it. And again, the plan didn't go to the script. I had a script in my mind. I actually wrote it down on 9th September and on the plane on 10th September. And I tend to write down everything. In fact, I joke with some of my friends that if you want to abuse me, send me a mail. Otherwise, I won't accept it. So I'm that kind of a person who writes down everything, right? In planes, on iPad, on pieces. And that's something I picked up as a kid because my mom and dad would do that. And one of those things I picked up. I like to write down things. I bought Business World and I had done a deal with somebody to give me money. I'm first generation. I haven't sold my first company. I can tell you, again, when I was smaller, when I was 15, 12 years old, my mom used to tell me, pray to God that your eyes are okay, your ears are okay, your breath is okay. I used to think my mom is really crazy. Of course they're okay. Why should I thank God? Right? I mean, these days, when I get cold, I think of what my mom told me when I was younger. So I'm saying that mindfulness, as defined by John Kabat-Zinn, means paying attention to your environment in a particular way. It means paying attention on purpose. It means being in the present moment. It means being non-judgmental.